how does the role of energy healing, energy medicine, or even TCM, play a role in the work that you do with helping people with cancer?
Well, I do a lot of energy work in my practice, and and I bring it up in my online community. I think it's a critical component of healing. And if we don't address that, plus the emotional aspect, you can have a functional approach, which is not going to really do the job. Um, Cancer has an energy to it. There is a homeopathic remedy made out of breast cancer tissue. It's called carcinosin. And the energy of, and I give this remedy a lot. The woman is always rush, 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 do. She's driven. She has to do 15 things. She has a difficult time stopping and resting. And that has to do with the cancer cells. It's an internal feeling of the cancer cells being out of control, and they're never turning off, and they're always pushing and rushing and gobbling up glucose. So there are functional things that we can do in addition to taking homeopathic remedies to turn the volume down on that. And the first is to become aware of how you're talking to yourself in your mind. And also with that remedy comes a level of perfectionism that I've seen in so many women, and a level of disregard. And they're not on their own side. Women get to be super critical of themselves. And it's very disheartening to hear when you turn the volume on in your brain, how am I talking to myself? That kind of thought process creates illness and disease and inflammation, which is why one of my basic tenets is cancer is not a war. We're not fighting with cancer. We're not out to conquer it. We're not, fighting like a girl. I hate that thing that I see. Because who are you fighting with? Yourself? I mean, it's an unfortunate illness, which is pretty serious. I propose that we get quiet inside and we begin a conversation with our body about, well, what's going on here? And you'd be surprised what people have said to me. Just today, it was like my daughter died unexpectedly, and that was it for me. Somebody else said, 2 days ago, I've been in a loveless marriage for 35 years. So that's pretty intense. So once you begin the journey, once you get on the path, you then have really a spiritual responsibility to yourself to start paying attention to these messages and the clues. And how can I heal? What can I do to heal? What do I need to do to heal? Now, healing sometimes isn't what you think it's going to be. Unfortunately, I have a woman who is in hospice now who healed a lot, but she had very aggressive ovarian cancer, and she's in the process of passing. So healing, unfortunately, isn't miraculous, but she did a lot of work before this happened, and she's gotten to the place where she's as okay as anyone can get. She's okay. Her husband is not so okay. But it's a very difficult process and a difficult disease. And that's why I think we need the best of both worlds.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I spent over 5 years on creating a documentary called Cancer, the Integrative Perspective. And the whole purpose of it was to say, look, let's find the best of all fields of medicine, indigenous and ancient and Eastern and yogic and you name it, energetic. If it works, let's find out about it and let's use it. And same with Western and conventional and modern medicine. If it works, let's use it. If it's not working and it has a very poor success rate, let's stop using it. But let's use the best of all of it to get the best results that we can, and overcome this, unfortunately, financially motivated, politically motivated war that's been happening between, conventional and natural medicine. I mean, the only person who suffers in that is the patient, the person with cancer, right? And so it's like, okay, let's bridge the gap and let's work together. And fortunately, there are many medical doctors that I work with who have integrated a functional approach into their practices. And the
Mhm.
reason they've done it is implemented functional medicine or holistic medicine or natural medicine into their medical practice is because they see way better results for their patients. And so
Yes.
they may use a little bit of IPT or low dose chemotherapy. They may use a little surgery when necessary. They may use a little bit of, some off label drugs or things like that. But they're primarily approaching it from, hey, this is lifestyle and diet and nutrition and energetic and thinking based. Let's use the best of everything we can naturally to help the body heal. And I love what you said about you bring energy kind of work, energy medicine, energy healing into your practice as a cornerstone, because I think it's really important that we utilize everything that we possibly can, right?
Sometimes trauma from 40 years ago, and you think, oh, it couldn't be that, shows up when you're 50. And I was speaking to a Jungian analyst the other day, and she said to me, Jung said, the conscious mind is only 2%.
Right.
The unconscious is 98. So what the heck do you think you're doing? So the more we can get in touch with what is unconscious to bring it into the light, that's really a powerful and feminine way of healing, whether you're a man or a woman. I think that is a beautiful, in touch, integrative way of healing.